press statement by Dr. Anugbum Onuoha, the Resident Electoral Commissioner for Edo State. The attention of Dr. Anugbum Onuoha has been drawn to recent calls by the People's Democratic Party and Governor Godwin Obaseki regarding his role as the Resident Electoral Commissioner for Edo State ahead of the upcoming September 21, 2024 governorship election. While Dr. Onuoha acknowledges the concerns raised by the PDP, he wishes to assure the public and all political stakeholders that his appointment by the Independent National Electoral Commission is rooted in professionalism, integrity, and a commitment to be free, fair, and credible elections. The relationship between Dr. Onuoha and the Honorable Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, has been openly addressed, and it bears no influence on the impartiality with which he will discharge his duties as Resident Electoral Commissioner. It is important to note that INEC operates independently and ensures all actions comply with the laws guiding elections in Nigeria. Dr. Onuoha has always maintained a record of service that upholds transparency and fairness as evidenced by his previous assignments. He emphasizes that his sole objective is to oversee a credible electoral process where the true will of the Edo State people will be reflected without bias or favoritism. Dr. Onuoha aligns himself with INEC's commitment to conducting a transparent election with results declared at the polling units and visible to the public eye through the INEC results viewing portal. He further echoes INEC's stance that all stakeholders should focus on the electoral process and ensure peace and calm throughout the election. INEC and its officials are fully prepared to deliver on their mandate, and Dr. Onuoha encourages all political actors and citizens to trust in the process and support a peaceful and democratic exercise. Thank you. Signed by Dr. Anugbum Onuoha, Resident Electoral Commissioner, Edo State. Let me start with you, Barrister Hayakeng. What is your reaction to this story?
Well, I don't expect something more than this.
Okay.
Actually, INEC is meant. He has just told us what INEC is actually meant to be. That is an impartial judge, a referee who is not committed to either side. But in actual practice, will it actually be like that? Is he not going to be influenced one way or the other? Nothing is impossible in Nigeria politics. But like I told you, I know him as well. We've worked together along the line, so in INEC too and all that. So he has just said what he would do. I just believe that he will do what he has said he will do. They will have to upload the results on time. It has to be, everybody has to be seeing it. You see, the problem we have in Nigeria is that people does not believe in the system anymore. Things like this, if actually he does this and make people to believe in the system, then that is where Nigeria will start to move forward. But where something else is said, then at the end of the day, another thing is done. Because this was the same promise they gave us in 2023, that the results will be uploaded on time, and we're going to be viewing it at the viewing center. But at the end of the day, that never happened. That is why people don't have trust in Nigeria's system again. Nobody has trust, even they themselves, the politicians. I don't also think they have trust in the system anymore, because I discuss with them. Some of them are my friends. We've worked together, we've done things together, so we know ourselves. Privately, I know how they talk. They don't even believe in the system. That's the unfortunate thing about Nigeria. Is he going to do the thing he has said he will do? I just believe and hope that that will be done. For me, I think anybody that is struggling to perpetuate himself in power or to make sure, because these people are they're looking for employment, they are employees. the Edo people will be their employers on Saturday. Those 3 guys, I mean 3 or 4 of them, or 5 of them, okay, all the governorship aspirants, you know, they're going to be looking for employment. They're going to Edo, please, now employ me. So they're going to be interviewed with their vote. But where somebody comes out and say that vote should not count, or that vote will not count, and go somewhere to write result, to do all manner of things, that's where the problem lies. That is actually where I have a problem as a person. Why don't we allow them conduct the election, let the voters vote? Anybody that wins, let him take over. If not for political influence, because right now I can tell you APC wants to take Edo State and PDP wants to retain it. That's the power, and that's what you are seeing in Edo State. That's actually the challenge Edo State is having right now. That's the heat you are seeing. And all of them, where does it boil down to? Money. And they make that money. Will they use it for the good and betterment of Edo people? The answer is no. We see here of embezzlement, corruption, and all that. That is my problem. Is the INEC devolved? Is INEC removed from political influence? The answer is no. Politicians influence them. Politicians get them there and all that. I've also read about the controversies for some days now about all that. And Wike replied. Wike said, he has been there for more than a year and you never cried foul. Simply because I have fallen apart with you right now, and I told you I will not support your candidate. I will not support your candidate. You are now crying foul. What does that tell you? What it tells you is that every election is rigged. Every party prepares to rig election. There's no party that doesn't they prepare with INEC people, they prepare cash, they prepare everything to buy vote to rig election. That's actually what all of them do. Because if this man was appointed a year ago, and the PDP didn't say anything, that means you were trying to do something. Right now, the table turned, and I had Wike saying, I'm not supporting your candidate, and you are now bringing it to the open. That means before now, we wouldn't have known that he was related to Wike. But all that, I just think and believe that he should do the right thing, and posterity will recommend him and will commend him for that.
All right. What do you have to say to this, the reaction of the Edo State INEC Resident Electoral Commissioner, George?
Well, I would say at this point in time, that reaction is needed.
Okay. Because
of the accusation that he's a cousin or related to Wike, and because Wike is not supporting Governor Obaseki and his candidate, therefore his cousin will want to do something against them. So it is important and necessary at this critical time to, kind of inform the general public that I am here to do the work of INEC. INEC is an impartial umpire. The election management body. What we are here to do is to conduct the election. Because in every electoral contest, there must be the referee. You understand? So it is very important at this practical time for him to have issued that statement to douse whatever tension that's is raging in Edo State. But let me say this. The way we conduct an election in Nigeria, like my brother here said, people no longer have trust in the process, and that is why you keep hearing these things. But the way the Electoral Act arranges this election, I don't think the Resident Electoral Commissioner have any rights or have the powers to rig elections. This election starts from the unit to the ward. All the political parties should have their agent in all of these units. We are here conducting election for Unit 1. We are here, all of us. You are the agent of the Party A, I am the agent of Party B, and the voters will be there without any form of inducement or whatever. The INEC officials at the unit level will be there. After the election, we will count it. Before I will sign the result sheet, I will ensure that what was there or what is written there is exactly the number that my party scores. And after signing, I will have a copy. And I will ensure that the vote is uploaded to the IREV at that moment. Once you have that, this is enough evidence for you to take to the court, assuming anything happened at the top. So for me, I don't think it is necessary to accuse just because this is what they have been doing. Like my brother here said, this is the process. This is what they have been doing all these years. So he felt that because he no longer have the support of the man he's accusing, therefore his cousin, who is the REC, you know,
it's going to influence the outcome of the elections.
Yeah, but for me, I don't see that. I don't think that that has any effect on the outcome of the election. I don't see it happening. Let all parties have their agent from the unit level to the ward level to the local government level. Whatever you see there is what you get. But you see some of these parties who are not prepared to run election, who are used to rigging election. And obviously they are saying that maybe the man there will not do their bidding. He's there to do the bidding of, you know, the outcome of the election, not the bidding of any political party. He's there. I know the man in person.
Both of you knows this.
I know Dr. Anugbum Onuoha in person.
Okay.
This is a man that has credibility.
All right.
This is a man that cannot be easily influenced. I'm saying this with all authority. I know him in person. But my brother here said something that's, you know, we're all humans. Anything can happen. But I can, to an extent, assure you.
Which of the things did I say? Is it the one that politicians influence INEC?
That's the point I'm trying to make.
Okay, of course.
That we are humans, but the man, as a man, Onuoha is someone that has integrity. I know him in person, one-on-one basis.
All right.
I knew him growing up in our area. I know what he can do. This is not somebody that can be easily influenced.
And when the FCT minister was speaking with respect to the statement you just made, you're giving a testament of the man, the...
That is exactly the point I'm trying to make, that I know him. He's not someone that can be easily pushed.
FCT minister was saying that his cousin, Dr. Anugbum, is a very stubborn man. I'm borrowing his words, his exact words. When the FCT minister was speaking about the concerns of the PDP, that the Edo State REC, Dr. Anugbum in this instance, might be influenced because of his relationship with the FCT minister, and also going by the fact that the FCT minister, according to him, he said Obaseki came to pay him a visit with his anointed, the PDP candidate, and he told him point blank that he wouldn't support them. So now he's saying that the concerns of PDP in this instance doesn't hold water because Dr. Anugbum, his cousin, is a very stubborn man, according to what he said, that even INEC at the national will not tell him what to do during the elections. But then, be that as it may, both of you have also, you know, given room that there is also a chance of human factor playing out.
You cannot rule out that. That is the human nature for you. What I'm trying to say here, my emphasis lies on the fact that the way the election is organized, the way it should be conducted, if all the parties have their agents from the unit level, Anugbum as a REC cannot sit in his office. We are talking about the Edo State. The Edo State is not just one office. Different local government with different electoral officers here and there. So he cannot just sit in his office in Benin City to change anything. Let all the parties have their agents at the unit level where the result will be declared. Before you sign any result sheet, ensure that what is declared is exactly the outcome of the election. So and with that, you can use it to go to court and win your case, assuming something, you know, tampers it at the top.
Fair enough. So what you're saying is that the REC does not have direct bearing to what happens at the unit level.
Yes.
So election is rigged at the polling unit.
Yes.
Okay, interesting. Now, in the follow-up of everything that has been happening in Edo State, recently, I don't know if you came across the statement by the PDP governor of Edo State that this election is a do-or-die affair, and any attempt to rig the consequence will be death.
Well, I must say that this is something that is used to politicians are used to making such kind of you know, callous and careless statement. Those things are just to kind of put fear in the minds of those who may intend to rig elections and things like that. In the first place, there's no need saying that election is a do-or-die affair. We are all, you know, the same people coming to seek for the office of the governorship, one person at a time. It is the electorate that will decide, that will determine who becomes. People will do their vote. So what he's trying, from my understanding, he's just trying to warn, you know, those who may want to, you know, rig election.
So if he says it's going to result in death, I have asked this question, and I'll still ask this question again. Making such strong statements that the consequence of rigging an election will be death. The Obaseki is a governor, not the judiciary. I mean, and even the capital punishment is reserved for certain crimes being committed in the nation. Now, when Obaseki says the result will be death,
is that what you said?
Yes,
death.
That's what he said any attempt to rig the election will result in death.
People have said worse thing than that.
That statement, Edo State is in the eye. It's right now. It's an off-cycle election. There is a lot of attention and a lot of pressure. You know, if it were to be elections where every state is preparing, you know, attention will be divided. But the focus right now is in Edo State. And recently, the APC rep caucus raised 200 million naira for Edo for this upcoming elections.
To do what?
They raised 200 million.
To do what? What is it for?
You don't need to ask to do what. We're talking about election.
I can't answer
that. No, to buy what now?
Please have an open mind to this. For you think that money is to buy.
To buy what? Because INEC has the ballot box, has the ballot papers, has the IRF, has everything. So what is the party doing with that money?
Those agents of the party that will man different units, they won't be paid. Is that what you're saying?
No, INEC pays them now.
INEC pays who?
Okay, no, the agent pays by
the party.
Okay, agents are paid by
so their logistic movement from one place to the other will be covered by those people.
So didn't they raise it before now? Didn't they have those money before now? Let me tell you.
All right.
Like I said, I made in my opening speech, I said that in Nigeria, all parties plan to rig election, but the one that have the upper hand, rig it and take it. That's what happens in Nigeria. I have been an INEC officer. I've been there.
Okay, so tell us.
When we conducted the election, Anugbum was the commissioner, and I was part of that team that conducted that election in Rivers State. So I know. I've been there. I have carried my results. That's what I'm telling you, that INEC doesn't have. So I agree with you to an extent that Onuoha is a pious man, but to an extent, won't he be influenced by politicians? I was carrying my result to the local government collation center. My result was being announced on radio. And something else was announced. I took the result home. I didn't submit anymore. I'm telling you, I have gone where I went. They said, bring all the results, submit it here. My commissioner called me. He said, please, sir, give higher king. We have been told that you are stubborn, that you don't want to give them the result sheets for them to mark. Please sign it twice and give to them. I started signing twice, signing. They said, they waste our time here. Give us those papers. So I just took my orderly, my security. I just pretended to make a call. I just went away. I left the whole thing on the floor so that they won't follow me. I entered my boat. I came back to Port Harcourt, wrote my report to INEC, and yet the result was announced. So my brother, Nigeria is if you refuse, they kill you. If you is it not in Kanu that, what are we hiding? What are you pretending as if you don't know? Is it not in Kanu that they burnt a professor in his house to kill everybody? Was there any investigation? Go to the field and go and see what they would do. I have been there. Local government, I have been in 3. In this state, I have gone. I know what I have gone to Abia. My brother, leave those areas, leave them. Anything that will make I tell you, my friend, if the thing gets to the level of your life, leave everything for them and walk away. But like you said, Onuoha is in one big place. He's not the one that will rig the election. I agree with you. But they will collect and bring to him to announce. Simple. That's the truth about it. I agree with you. So if that is done, will you hold him responsible? And what about if the politician direct on what to do? I make this statement. I'll end with this statement. He was appointed a year ago. I like Wike to an extent. The man, he have loud mouth. He can tell you the water. He said, I appointed this man a year ago. He didn't make a noise. He didn't say anything. It is not that you are knowing. I leave it at that. So, what was he appointed for 1 year ago to do? Well, you are laughing.
The FCT minister did not say he appointed.
No, I said the man was appointed. I didn't say he. No, so they said the man was appointed 1 year ago in your favor. You didn't make a word. You didn't say anything.
He used the word in your favor.
Okay. What does it mean? I mean, just interpret it. He said the man was appointed a year ago. Then recently, you now came to me to support your candidate. And I said, I will not support your candidate. You now started saying that is my cousin, is my brother. My brother, leave that thing.
Choma, let me close on this particular discussion. For me, like I said earlier, I have known Dr. Anugbum Onuoha for a very long time. Growing up is someone that I've known. I wouldn't use the word that he's stubborn, but I will say that this is a man that is straight in his dealings.
All right.
Let me also state this, that Dr. Anugbum Onuoha will not be in Edo State to rig election in favor of Party A or Party B. The position is occupying. People will do the election at the unit level, collate from unit level to ward level to local government level, and they will bring to the state level. We are him as the Resident Electoral Commissioner. Will do the announcement. He's not even the returning officer for the election, but he will be, part of
the final
decision on the election. But rigging of elections starts from the unit level. So the party that is crying foul should ensure that at the unit level they have their representatives.
Exactly.
Make sure that whatever they will sign, the result sheet that they will sign, is reflective of the outcome of the election.
Exactly.
At the polling unit level. If it is not, they should not sign, so that when the matter becomes a subject of litigation, there will be enough evidence for them to win the case. Let no one be talking about Onuoha Anugbum to rig election. He is not interested in that. And again, let me say this: even though this country, the way we are today, people keep having distrust, ethnic distrust and things like that. Because Onuoha is related to Wike, does that not make him, or should that stop him from becoming who he is? I mean, in terms of his career and things like that, simply because Wike is a politician and Onuoha being a staff of INEC should not rise to the level of becoming Resident Electoral Commissioner. Because even if it's not a day-to-day, if the election is happening in Zamfara, for instance, because it's related to Wike, the PDP people there or any other party were accused, the man that because he's related to Wike, therefore he's not supporting them or things like that. I don't even understand what is happening in this country. So if anyone is related to Wike, the person should not serve again. The person will be accused of wanting to do Wike's bidding. No, election is not rigged at the level where Onuoha operates.
All right.
Let the party ensure that their representative at the unit level do the needful.
Exactly.
All right.